Welcome to this module on what is a case interview. In this module, we talk about how case interviews try to simulate the work of a consultant. We will also talk about the four key parts of a case interview. A case interview is like a condensed version of a real consulting engagement where the interviewer is playing the role of a client. You will be given an ambiguous business scenario that you will be expected to break down into manageable parts, perform analysis, and then come to a final recommendation to the key question that we started with. This is very similar to how a strategy consultant would tackle a client problem. So, through case interviews, firms are trying to understand how you approach problems and how well can you communicate your ideas. What is being tested is, can you move from a complex problem to a well reasoned solution by deploying a methodical and logical sequence of steps. Let's look at some example case interview prompts that you might encounter in a case interview. Problems could range from diagnosing a declining sales at Home Depot, or helping Apple decide if they should acquire Peloton, or to help Netflix decide if they should partner with World Wrestling Federation or WWF to host live fights. So problems could be quite diverse. Let's look at the four key parts of a case interview. First is the opening part, where the interviewer presents you with the problem. The challenge here is to ask the right clarifying questions to understand the client's objective as well as the client's unique context and situation, because that will help you reframe the key question and make it more focused and structured. Once you've grasped the problem, the next step is to structure your approach or analysis roadmap towards solving it. After you have a roadmap or a structure logic in place, we then use it to guide the analysis, right? So the analysis section is nothing but application of your structure logic. There are primarily three types of analysis that you might need to conduct. First is the market sizing or estimation. Second is data interpretation, where you might be given an exhibit and asked to interpret the exhibit. You could also be asked to brainstorm potential solutions or potential reasons why a phenomenon might have occurred. So, analysis phase is where you will gather data, interpret the data, and draw insights, right? And all this you will be doing with the purpose of driving towards the answer to the key question that we started with, right? And finally, in the recommendation phase, we gather all the insights, all the findings, and distill them into a logical solution that addresses the key question. Now, let's recap. Let's look at the key takeaways from this module. The first key takeaway is case interviews simulate the work consultants do. It's considered quite a reliable predictor for consulting career success because it tests for or it assesses for skills that are important to be a successful consultant. There are four key parts to a case interview. And in order to do well, you need to master each of these four parts. So there is the opening, structuring, analysis, and finally the recommendation. Thank you for listening. In the next module, we will talk about the first part of a case interview, that's case opening. Thank you.